after a day's break, nothing really changes, does it? So, while of course, post-policy, we did have a nice pickup in the market. We managed to eke out gains of about almost 200 points for the Nifty futures, but pretty much back to square one. Nothing really to write home about in terms of the global handover, while yesterday global markets were on.
Yeah, except oil prices, Sajid,
yes.
you were talking about that.
$64 actually, so it's coming down, and there's a weekend meeting of OPEC which is expected, and there the cuts could be, the output increase could be much more higher as compared to what we've seen in the last 2-3 months. So that's something which, and if I'm not wrong, Citi is penciling that by next 6 months, crude could be heading towards $50. So that's good news for us.
Perfect. And on the domestic side of things, the open interest or the short covering has played out on Wednesday. What's the outlook like, or how's it looking?
It's interesting, right? We started in a very tepid note on Wednesday, and towards the end, what we saw was a short covering happening in all the private banks. So, of the 220 to 25 points which is rally or the gains that happened on Nifty, 120 was from private banks. So, the kind of covering that we have seen in private banks is amazing, and that's reflecting in not only the open interest but also in some of the delivery statistics of these companies or banks, right? I mean, if you look at ICICI Bank was we saw a delivery of nearly 2,000 crores. We normally don't see that kind of high delivery which is happening there, and all after the policy. The mood has changed in the policy. There has been a lot of giveaways in the policy for private banks to be pushed. I think a lot of IPO related and other stuff which came into play is helping the NBFC and the private banks as well.
Absolutely. In fact, there's a note today morning, and talking about private banks, there's a note today morning by Morgan Stanley which has hiked the target price on an Axis Bank as well from 1,320 to 1,400 plus. So you might well see that trade continue to play out where private banks are concerned.